What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Stay Shinin' with Diamond and your co-host,
your boy, Hollywood.
We are back with episode number 6, season 2. And we're ready to get straight into this episode. So let's get into it. The book club. The book club. Okay.
So what about the book club?
Okay, guys, we have the book club coming soon, March 1st. Make sure you guys sign up. Also, we are giving away 3 free ebooks, and you guys are following each step, but following us on Instagram. But we do appreciate the new followers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome.
Guess
nice
what
to meet
milestone we just hit?
300 followers. And we're gonna be at 400 in no time because we currently have at this moment like 332.
We appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you guys so much. And make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on Instagram at Diamond Holly Productions and Stay Shinin' Podcast. And what was the other stuff? That was the other
Roll
stuff.
out a yoga mat. Yeah, I don't know. What else you got? You do some cartwheels.
Stay Shinin'. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys follow us.
Buy some merchandise and then take a picture in it and then send it to us.
Tag us on Instagram. Hashtag. But also, guys, we'll have all of the rules in the description. So get that free ebook. But let's get into this episode.
How many ebooks?
I'm giving out 3. Tres. So get on that. I'm in a goofy, silly mood. Okay. So entertainment.
You've been watching some shows lately.
We actually went to a concert.
Well, we didn't go to a concert.
I'm kidding, guys. We watched the Kanye
concert. Was in the living room.
We watched the concert. It was fun experience, and honestly, the concert it wasn't like normal concerts. You know, Kanye be having them crazy stages.
They just made a lot of mistakes, and so it took away
there
from
were a
the
lot of
actual,
technical difficulties.
the actual feel of having a good experience, and you could see his frustration
he
in
was
there.
frustrated.
He was pretty pissed off.
But the songs were truly great.
All the memes that came from behind, they showed all the cast, all the
technical
people,
difficulty, who runs the
everything, technician, producer, all lost their job.
Twitter, y'all are rude. Y'all are evil. Y'all get on the case really quick.
Oh my god.
They just trying to get people's jobs. Take it. They're so quick with it. Twitter.
Well, anytime you do acoustics and all that kind of different sounds like that in a big old stadium, then it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know.
But they totally got a lot of songs wrong. A lot of people showed up late. A lot of people
apparently Kanye was 2 hours late. Was he 2 hours late?
Well, I'm sure he was probably there. No, I know all those other people were late. It was pretty bad.
I mean, overall, that it had its complications. I think it was great music, great vibes. The stage still looked incredible.
A good way to promote another album.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I think it looked like a great experience.
Good logical move. You know what I mean?
So, as you guys know, or some of you may know, that Kanye's you can't get the album unless you have the stem player, and the stem player is a new device that Kanye has, which has the Donda 2 album on there. And also, you can upload your own music and tracks. This is not an ad,
so
but Kanye, please sponsor.
So, what's the stem player again?
So, it's basically like a circle device, and it has his album on there, but it also has like 4 keys on it, and you could listen to a song and so
it's like a beat machine.
Yeah, only hear the music, only hear the vocals, only hear this part.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Exactly, it's really nice. I've been seeing it. The videos people have been
so
posting.
Basically, you got to buy that, get the album. So that's $200.
Yeah, that's $200.
It's a good way to make $200 on
But
an album.
I honestly, because he doesn't want to give the people who are in the industry don't make money off their streams.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good way for them to
give back to the artist.
Well, that's a good way for Kanye to get his money, all his coins.
Because when you look at it, what is it? $500 billion is a random factoid. $500 billion in the rap industry, right? Just the rap music industry, and the artists only get 10%.
Solitude.
Of the actual full amount of that. So when you do the math, they come it up a little a little short. You
Yeah.
know, they got to split that 500 million amongst all the different artists
Exactly.
out there. So
Okay, wow.
you know, when you average it
not
out,
a full bag.
a lot of artists are not getting, you know, their just due. Or
And
getting
it's
their
like
pay.
10%, no, 10 cents on each, like, say you play Megan on freaking Apple Music, they make 10 cents off me playing that. And I get it, it's a lot of people, like millions. And
Well, I mean,
millions
that's
of
how
people.
that's why you got to do what
But
Snoop did,
dang.
like what we talked about in our last show. Snoop
Yeah.
he did the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So he basically he bought the album, he bought the record label, and then he dropped the albums, and then he used NFTs to actually make a lot of different money.
Right.
So as an artist and as a company, he basically made $44 million in a 5-day span.
I guess that's like the artist's decision too. Like you can
Well-
decide to be settled in that situation, or you can decide to be a Kanye and do what you gotta do.
I just think
and do that
it's
and do what
wise
Snoop
for
did.
the artist to be able to take their positioning back and the profitability.
Exactly, and just keep evolving.
And once again, it's all about owning your situation. Like the three of us,
Yeah.
we own our situation.
Yeah.
So nobody else is going to be making any other
decisions
for
exactly.
this situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so like Kanye, he's you know, he owns all of his businesses.
Yeah.
Even you know, he has a joint ventures, but he owns full creative control, just
Exactly.
like we do. So you don't let nobody take that power away.
Exactly.
And it's beautiful to see a lot of companies now actually instead of doing commercials instead of working for other companies, they're like, no, we partnering together, we getting this cash together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because if you look at when you look at the celebrity list of billionaires, like Kanye actually hit the 6.6 billion mark. And it's all predicated on the fact that Yeezy is worth 3.5 to $5 billion projection.
Exactly.
And then his deal with Gap is another $1 billion. You know what I mean, for his clothing
That's
line.
honestly so amazing. That's so great.
Exactly. So
Like-
he owns and creates all of that, but he has all that control, and it's a projection of what his future earnings are. And so when we all do those type of things, what kind of future projections are we making for our own selves? You know what I mean? Like, can you go to your job and make any future projections? Well, yeah, your company's going to give you a 1%, 2% raise here and there, but are you truly getting the impact?
Yeah, it's just taking a hold of your life. I feel like
you got to have more control.
Like,
in your
yeah,
situation.
honestly.
And people like Snoop and Kanye are showing us the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Snoop was a drug dealer and a gang member from Long Beach. You know what I mean? And so the fact that he was able, you know, fast forward 50 years later, you know, be something 40 years later, be
It's
something
truly
totally
inspiring,
different. It's truly inspiring. Young Kanye was
We just watched
a little kid out of Chicago.
Yeah, we just watched the second to last episode of his documentary.
And we've been watching a lot of documentaries lately.
It was it's just so
It had a lot of insight and it had a lot of perspective.
impact.
And we talked about the gatekeepers, what we were talking about in the past, where
I think we
a
talked about that
a lot
in
of
episode
industries
2, season 2.
have that crippling effect to control everything around them and not allow you to hit past that glass ceiling. And in Kanye's situation, people like Damon Dash and people like his predecessor or his idol Jay-Z, they all held him back. And the work ethic that he had to have to put together his album with the connections after he had his car accident and all that, like, you got to watch the documentary. It was very inspiring. I remember
Divine timing.
when I was younger, I remember going through those times and seeing what he was going through, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty impactful. So basically what I'm saying is don't allow gatekeepers to hold you down. Create a situation where
or people to control your narrative.
You're leveling up over and over again.
Period. Anything to say about Kanye? Anything left?
You know, people think he's crazy, but I think he's a genius. You know?
People think he's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. I've been on TikTok a little bit this week.
I mean,
it's a lot of hate on Kanye.
When you really
a lot
think
of people
about
think
it,
he's crazy.
If you look at him running for president, he's a billionaire. He runs a lot of companies and businesses, and he's done it successfully. Donald Trump was a billionaire. You know, a lot of people didn't like the way he said things and the way he talked, and people thought he was an idiot and all that kind of stuff. So which one, you know, Kanye is out there having marital issues and all this other stuff. So which one would you rather have for president? Somebody who's actually still progressing, or somebody who's like boo-boo the fool who's messing up?
No, you didn't.
So, you know what I mean?
No, you didn't.
And even with the current administration, we need to scrap all those people and
Nip
like
them in the butt.
get something totally
Nip them
different
in the butt.
and change the game, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, there is a lot of things that are going on in the world, guys. So make sure you're keeping your prayers and being mindful of the situations.
Yeah, like especially that situation in the Ukraine. Russia's invading the whole country, and it looks, me being a former Marine, or I see the strategies that the approach that they use. It was brilliant. It's basically what the Taliban did in Afghanistan,
literally.
And they got the playbook from Russia.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the fact that United States didn't account for this, current administration is weak. And they lost the last war in Afghanistan, and now they're going to lose this situation.
Yeah.
Where's the faith in the American government? You know what I mean? Like, so
exactly. Yeah.
You got to protect yourself. You got to be aware. You got to be like paying attention, because it's some stuff that might go down soon. So
exactly. Pay attention and keep the prayers high.
Mm-hmm. And then every moment it's a blessing. It's truly
a
blessing.
Guys. We're truly blessed.
Me and my daughter were talking about wins and losses earlier, and I said, you know what,
bro?
I said I would rather take as many L's as possible,
because I was telling my dad a little story,
because I'm still here,
and he was like, "That sounds like an L to me," and I was like, I had a couple L's, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he was like giving me
keep giving me L's. That means I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'll get through them.
Okay, guys, let's talk about my favorite subject is shows. I just love shows.
And what show would we want to talk about?
Okay, so we're currently watching Bel-Air. Bel-Air is just, it's truly, it's hard for me to say. It's truly my favorite show right now, above All American.
Vampire Diaries.
The Cripple I'm not finished with that. I'm on season 7. Got a long way to go. But
Blackish.
I already finished Blackish.
Light-skinish.
I already finished that.
I know, but you keep watching all the shows over and over again. So how is that your favorite show?
Because I need to pay attention. Those shows are like comfort shows. I just gotta put them on.
Okay.
But so Bel-Air, guys, if you don't know, there is a new spin-off of The Fresh Prince. So Will Smith's show, The Fresh Prince. He has a spin-off show called Bel-Air.
Yeah, basically, it's not a spin-off show. It's basically
I was like, is it or not?
A retelling of
retelling,
but in a different universe of what
a different whole wave.
Because Will Smith was the show before was so happy and comical and fun.
And this one has got me on my toes. It's got us on our toes.
This one has a lot of you would think it's almost like that 150 that 150 Cent show. What's it called?
What is it?
What's it called? Power. Right.
Oh my gosh.
The storyline and the transition.
You did not call Bel-Air Power.
It's just like Power. Like
you're
when
hilarious.
You look at
You're so funny.
On the first show.
You're so funny.
We got Carlton that not
doing
none of that, right?
Carlton broke a lot of rules.
He was snorting lines.
Carlton broke a lot of rules.
He was snorting lines in his bedroom, and Will caught him.
Yes, that was just, didn't know that was coming.
I was not expecting that.
Guys,
and then the second show, they tried to set Will up.
Yes, sorry, we're spilling the tea here.
You should have watched it already if you haven't seen it.
But they set Will up right when he got on the basketball team. Like, this show has got me on my toes. Like, okay, let's talk about Jabari, like the main character, Will Jabari.
The fact that he was where he came from, his story was so impactful. So he auditioned for this show. He was, I guess, couch surfing in LA from friend to friend. He was damn near homeless.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he did the audition tape, and then they called him back, and he got the part on his birthday. Isn't that divine timing?
Well, the fact that
that's amazing.
They didn't go with an artist or some rapper or something like that.
And this was his first big
They went with somebody who
production.
was normal, who had been putting in his work in the acting business, trying to get a role. And the fact that he was such from humble beginnings to where he's at to achieve that goal. It was very
so great to see.
It was like a ghetto lottery. You know what I mean? It was just like a geographic ghetto lottery.
You're hilarious. But I was like, this is so incredible. You just love to see it. You love to see people winning, you know?
Yeah. His story was great. And then they showed the whole part behind him getting to actually meet Will Smith.
Yes, a lot of times because he didn't get to meet Will.
They did it on Zoom.
Yeah, they were zooming the whole time. They didn't get to meet
him and his actual family got to meet Will Smith. So that's pretty powerful.
It's amazing, guys.
To see somebody who's on the big screens all your life.
Yeah.
And then you actually get to play his
and
role.
And then meet him and then just like learn some tips from him. And like they do have a behind the scenes, guys. So I watch the behind the scenes. I love to deep dive in the show because I want to know what's going on, you know, like I invest in a show, I invest in my characters.
You are overly invested.
Okay, I love like I said,
to the point I thought you were a character in the show. I'm like,
I like to know.
Are you sitting at the lunch table with them?
Okay, that's when we were watching Euphoria. My dad was like, "Whoa!"
I was just like, yo,
you're hilarious.
All the noise that comes from her when she watches the show, I'm just like,
okay, you're gonna tell them that.
But then again, when I'm watching a Marvel movie, I mean, I recite.
He
like
literally
every
says
word.
every single. Okay, so you can't be saying me.
Deadpool,
yeah,
DC
anything,
movies, like
anything Marvel.
any Batman, like any movie that comes on, I can literally recite almost every scene.
Talking about me. But it's just so great to see, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the whole production, honestly. And we have one more Euphoria left.
Do we have?
Yeah.
So once again, that investment in, like into the show, like we all have the.
This is a big deal. Like this is a really big deal. They said the next show isn't gonna come out till 2024, right, Tay? 2023.
Oh my God, no. But we got stuff that'll keep us rolling.
Some Marvel stuff.
Well, we got what Batman coming out, which we got seats for a private screening, so we get to go see it. What day was it?
March 4th. 4th.
Oh wow.
May the 4th be with you.
So we actually go watch the screening. Oh, it's gonna be
okay.
great.
Yeah, so that's gonna be so fun. There's gonna be a lot of movies coming in, a lot of Marvel. Is there gonna be another Spider-Man?
They got one like coming in another couple years, but
years.
They got the other stuff.
So what's really big coming out this year?
The cartoon coming out.
Marvel.
They got a lot of stuff.
Like Black Panther. Is that coming out this year?
I don't know. We got to look at.
We need to look it up.
We were watching. We were watching it earlier.
Tay says Black Panther's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're gonna look into this.
Don't they got
I need to know.
Thor, Love and Thunder coming out in November?
Love and Thunder, like Love and Hip Hop or something. Okay, yeah, but they have a lot of good
stuff. Like the God Butcher.
So you're invested.
They got Morbius coming out. We got Doctor Strange coming out.
We need another Hawkeye.
Yeah. Hawkeye was pretty good.
We need another Hawkeye.
You know.
For sure. And we need another Loki.
Loki's coming back soon. They got another season coming. So we got some good
we got some good stuff. Even though Euphoria is going on.
No, what I was talking about actually is like Selling Sunset. Like
I need Selling Sunset.
That's the one. That's the business right there.
You like that show?
I like that show.
We watch it. We love Selling Sunset. So I'm like,
she's over here like, oh my God.
You are over.
Once again, she's overly invested.
Since we mentioned Selling Sunset,
you gotta tell her.
I commented on Chriselle. Chriselle, I love you. Okay, I commented on Chriselle's video. It was like her book unboxing. And I commented, I was like, I love you, can't wait to read. And she commented back to you, girl. So that just made my day that day.
You should have seen her jumping for joy. I was just like,
because I manifested that. Like I manifest little things, like I'm gonna get a reply back, like I'm gonna see like.
Having a conversation with somebody on that level is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like I awesome. Manifest the smallest things and they come to life.
Just
and
like
that was a sign.
Just like when I had that fan that noticed me on the show. I gotta say that again. I had to.
You're hilarious. We'll have more. That will come soon. But like, it was just great, and that day was amazing. Chriselle.
Yeah, but Selling Sunset is great.
Selling Sunset.
The other show we was watching.
Selling Tampa.
They sold like maybe one house after the show was over.
We love the Black excellence.
We love what they was trying to achieve, but you know, if it wasn't for Ocho being the boyfriend, I don't know if she would have actually had this show. I mean, I just had to put that out there.
I follow her on Instagram.
Oh wow. Sorry.
It was a good show. It just didn't have us like.
A lot of them chicks,
like selling
a lot of them
Sunset.
chicks should have had the cord cut on them in like the first
Alexis
show.
Girl.
We can't be telling it.
Okay, I'm sorry. She just had me like as a future real estate agent myself.
That was the worst sales,
I know better.
Sales technique I've ever. It was awful.
That was scary, but Selling Sunset is the show.
If you haven't watched Selling Tampa, you gotta go back and watch the first season. It was hilarious.
And they do have Selling Sunset season number 6, is it? They did a lot of seasons.
Those Oppenheimer twins, they're doing their thing.
They are really.
I really love to see what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Big money.
They're geniuses.
Like
we were. Oh, that's right. When we were watching the Super Bowl show, the one kid that you like, that's a YouTuber, Instagrammer. We were watching the show. The kid with the curly hair, and you was screaming his name that he's all at the Super Bowl, and then he was getting. They were selling a house to him on the Oppenheimer group. Heather was selling him a house.
Oh, Josh. Okay, yeah.
Josh what?
Josh Richards. Okay, so yeah, he's like a TikToker. And he does that Barstool podcast with Dave Portnoy.
Okay, I don't know none of these folks, but...
Okay, Dad. We just told him about Dave the other day. He's like he's an older guy, like you know, very into the podcasting scene also. Famous. So yeah, I think you'll really like him. But he did a collab video with Heather, and because he was buying a house. And I think it was just such a great video. You know, me as a content creator, I'm always trying to better my work and look for what I want to do. And he gave me a lot of inspo. One
thing I can't figure out though, totally off topic, is
what?
Since we're here in San Diego, we've been looking at different properties all around.
Oh yeah,
our involvement was going to be real estate soon.
Yeah,
and so as we're looking in San Diego, an average home is $1 million something odd dollars.
What?
I mean, how is it in LA and that they're selling Sunset and they're selling $2 to $3 million houses that are on the hills, that's beautiful.
But there's like literally like $1 million houses like in front of a library, like so like
it was like a regular.
It looks like Bell Road houses.
It was like the houses in Union Hills and Bell Road back in Phoenix. Like it was nothing special or major about it. I was
very shook up.
So I mean, that's totally random, totally off topic. Like, but we look up every property and we're like, why in the hell is San Diego so expensive?
Exactly. The $1 million homes, y'all.
It must be a safety thing. I don't know. Maybe because it's more like, I don't know, safer here.
Yeah, but like those houses up in LA, they're like so modern.
I know. It could be because of the fires that happened in the last couple of years. I mean,
and so newer for $1 million and $2 million.
They're like $3 million, and like one of them was Jew Santana, or what's his name? Santana.
Oh, French Montana?
French Montana. Yeah, French Montana. I don't know nobody's name. Sorry. I'm going to butcher everybody's name.
He really does not know anybody's name.
I know names. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Like, that's about it. And Puff Daddy.
And Kanye.
And Chris Brown, because he's smacking the hell out of everybody.
And you know the Oppenheimers. You're hilarious. Okay, guys, moving on. We have been waiting to talk about this. I think it's because I always trip myself out. Like, I have anxiety.
And in all seriousness, for a young lady in America, growing up these days, like, it is totally understandable to be terrified and have anxiety. Yes. So we wanted to make sure that we
talk about some self-defense,
some stuff that can improve your situation in a bad spot.
Right.
So
I just know, like, I always get like dreams or like maybe like people chasing me, like things like that. So now that I have those dreams, we solve those problems in real life. You know, I have conversations with my dad and my brother, and he's like, "This is what you need to do." This is like, you know. So,
and being a former Marine, I'm always about some self-defense and judo chop.
So at first I wasn't on tip like I am now. I was scary about it, but I just did know at that time, like, I need to have like that little stabber thing, some spray, some pepper spray, like, was on that hip.
First thing is, you got to make sure you got your feet,
your 10
toes down, and you got your head's on the swivel. So whenever you're maneuvering through wherever you're going, young ladies, do not take the same route home. Whether you're driving, you're taking the bus, or you're getting picked up, do not go the same route, because that's real easy for someone to follow you.
Yes, and that's happened to me multiple times.
So what I do is, even for shits and giggles, for fun, as being a male, I mean, I don't like taking the same routes home anyway.
You never do.
And I always change up and maneuver differently, because what if somebody did get, for whatever reason, want to, pick you as their target.
Exactly. Don't get too comfortable anywhere.
No, don't get
somebody is watching.
So, one, maneuver different directions, different ways home, so you don't have anybody. So
even in the stores, when you're in the stores, at the gas station,
at the gym, what I mean? All that stuff. Those things.
It's so unfortunate that we have to even, like, you know, but this is life nowadays. So
I mean, because you get people you go to the grocery store, and then now you got you were totally not expecting that. Now that's a whole nother situation.
I get anxiety at the grocery store, but now it's way better. Like, I'm way better now, but like before, I'm just like, people just like to stop and talk, and some, like, I don't know. You can't do those stops and talks to people. Don't talk to anyone.
Don't talk to strangers. That's just the key.
And like you can't
even as a kid or an adult. Just don't talk to
overly nice, guys. Like, I'm really nice, and like I do engage into people, and like I'm like, hi, like, you know, and that it just leads me to a step closer to badness. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I can understand. But you get that from me because I'm a social butterfly, and I
you're
talk
social
to
butterfly,
everybody, and I love
but that's
knowing
not all,
everyone's
that hasn't
story.
helped me the best in some situations.
Sometimes people look at that kind of situation and they go in for the wrong opportunity when that wasn't even presented to them. So you got to make sure that you watch out for those different things. You know, it's okay to be friendly, but
but not too friendly
at a distance.
Next is research some things. Like, before, I wasn't really about like self-defense. Like, I always knew, like, I was on, always with the hip. But now I really want to learn some moves. Ladies, you need to go straight for the neck. Straight for the like, this is stuff you need to know off rip. Because a couple years back, I knew, but I wasn't like, life is totally different now, and you need to know these things. You need to go for the neck.
That's why we go to the gym.
Yes.
Make sure you strengthen your body.
Stretch every day also.
And you make sure you know some simple, basic tactics and techniques to get you out of those situations.
Don't be embarrassed to just be like, pop, pop, pop,
so there's things that you can do to get some training. There's boxing classes. There's judo and yoga classes, or not yoga classes.
Take some yoga because it makes you stronger.
It does make you stronger. But I mean, Taekwondo.
Yeah.
I mean, all those different things.
There's a lot of resources, ladies.
You can watch YouTube videos. That doesn't have to be anything super
stuff
major.
At home, like learn a little bit moves at home.
Exactly. And if you have a brother or a cousin or somebody, a family member that can help you assist, then
spread the knowledge.
Drop kick them every once in a while. Throw them on the ground or something like that.
Exactly. But it's just super important for me to share this with you guys, because living in Arizona is scary too. Living in San Diego,
California, any large city is going to be scary. You know what I mean? So it's going to be.
I mentioned Arizona because like I know that I was really comfortable there, but you shouldn't be comfortable.
You can't be comfortable.
You can't be comfortable
in Arizona. There's twisted people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's out there.
So that's why I said Arizona, but like you can't be comfortable anywhere.
No. Even in a small town, you got people who will prey on other people's weakness.
Exactly. You don't think that people have a motive, but some people have motives.
And the other thing I hate to have to even tell somebody to get, but you need to have, like my daughter was saying, some devices.
Yes, there's there's keychains that girls even sell, like girls on Instagram, they sell these keychains if you want to go black owned, or you can go on Amazon.
I mean, if you got to get a whistle. A flashlight,
a button.
They got those noise makers. They got
the window stabbers.
They got
the pepper spray.
Pepper spray. One of my lady friends, she always has a little knife with her.
And some of us tote, also, but it's not. We haven't had.
You said you tote. Actually, one of my other friends, she's a young lady. She actually has, I think she has a 22 that she keeps with her. Yeah.
Okay, well, it gets to those extremes, guys, but obviously do the training for that. But it's scary nowadays. It's scary, and that's why we're sharing this. This show is sponsored by Prater's Heating and Cooling out of Atlanta, Sarah K. Harrison Tag the Abundance Game out of Phoenix, Grand Junction Wine Tours out of Colorado, Western Strokes Painting Company out of Colorado, and Angelic Crystals with Kira out of Phoenix. Thank you so much to my sponsors, and stay shiny. Okay, guys, to wrap up self-defense, we just needed to make sure you guys understand these things. Make sure you're on 10 toes. Make sure you're looking at your surroundings, changing the routes, getting little devices to help you out in case you aren't on 10 toes.
Being selective in the conversations that you have with people. So making sure your safety is the number one priority in your life. So
exactly.
You don't make sure you put yourself out in a place that's going to not be conducive for your safety. So you got to make sure, like I said, devices that can help you, whistle, alarms,
a window stabber,
a knife,
a
little mini
comb knife or something,
22 or something like that. Whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do, because people insane.
The Ring doorbell has been
Oh,
one of the other
yes,
things
yes.
that has been
Saved
basically
many lives.
saving lives, and it actually shows the cops. You know, you can rewind the
Exactly.
feed, show the cops who the nut job was that came to your door.
Right.
So.
Oh, also that kind of thing that scares me because some dudes be chasing, trying to get in the house. Like, ladies,
Oh my God.
run, cameras. Like, make sure. Oh my God, that scares me. Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Well, I understand a lot of women live alone, and some of them have big dogs or dogs that can help out.
What if you don't have a dog?
But if you don't have a dog, you shouldn't be out. You got to remember, don't be putting yourself in a bad spot. So don't be out running after dark by yourself, and and you do it routinely.
Right.
You know what I mean? Be very conscious of where you're at. Go to places where it's a lot of people. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Ooh, that's kind of scary too. Okay, sorry. I'm just
make sure you park your car in a lighted area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at ASU, a lot of girls were assaulted right there in the parking lot by the stadium, like on the campus.
Right.
Which was the highest percentage for the whole city, which is awful. So you got to make sure you pay attention to those kind of things.
Exactly. And if you have a fear like mine, don't post in real time. Like, don't let people know your moves. Like, because Kim, that was a big mistake for her. Like, posting in real time, letting people know your exact move. That is kind of creepy to me.
I had a person in a past relationship. She was so shook up that she actually had to post weeks later of her experiences of what she was doing.
See, but that's smart. Like, when you're young like me, like, I wouldn't
I know,
like,
but
I'm still like post, but like,
that is very tough to have to change your whole pattern up just because you those situations. But like I said, you got to protect yourself.
People are insane. So let's close the book on that. And reminding you guys that we do have merch and we do have our website out, so check that down below.
If you don't know what merch is, we would say merchandising for our show.
We have sweatshirts, literally everything, guys, for you.
And we got a different lineup. We got to explain the different lineups that we have.
So we have DHP clothing. We have
Dante
Stay
Holly
Shiny.
Production. I mean,
You're
Diamond Holly Productions.
We're like literally all DHs, except
yeah, I know, right? DHP, right?
And then we have the Stay Shining merch, and then we do have the Sapphire Times Adidas fitness clothing.
Sapphire. And we got some other stuff coming later on in the year.
Guys, we got some more cute stuff coming. I can't wait to rock it for y'all, and period.
And we want to thank everyone who's already purchased all of our items. We are totally ecstatic about everything that you
just a lot of love.
Have done and how much you have purchased. So we appreciate the hell out of you.
Thank you, God. Thank y'all. So kind.
And don't forget, send us a picture wearing it on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Stay Shining Podcast. Diamond Holly Productions. Whatever. Make sure it has something to do with the show. And don't forget, we have the book club coming up. We'll post about it. Follow Diamond Holly Productions to get a free ebook, guys. We're gonna pick them out. We're gonna shout out the winners on Instagram and our next Diamond Corner and Stay Shining show. So thank you guys for joining us for this episode. It is truly a blast to be here with you guys, and
deuces.
Stay shining.